LinkedIn, and welcome again to one of these events where I get an opportunity to talk to one of our fantastic suppliers. Today I'm joined by the one and only Paul McKenzie-Cummins. Say hi, Paul.
How you doing?
So Paul runs Clearly PR, which is an organisation which helps us in terms of our marketing, our brand, personal brand, business brand, to give exposure into the wider world for recruitment businesses. Been in the space forever, came through recommendation, came to us, we found what he was brilliant at, and we presented it back to our businesses. Paul, how are you and how's business?
Very good, very good. Yeah, it's obviously been a very different year, very challenging year for the recruitment sector, but also those supplying the industry. But I would say there's been a significant uptick over the last 4 months or so. The end of the year is looking incredibly strong. The beginning of next year is looking a little bit stronger, and it's going to be fascinating to see what happens as we move deeper into 2021.
The whole recruitment sector has been marketing-led, and filling up that top of the pipe. Difficult to put an ROI on everything, but it is making a remarkable difference. The businesses who are investing more money, more time, more effort into marketing are certainly doing better. Just as an anecdote, have you got more businesses who are picking up this whole piece about how important marketing is now, and you starting to speak to more businesses who haven't been engaged with anyone or have any internal function around the whole marketing piece?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm old enough to have been around in the last recession in the recruitment sector. So I was working for the likes of Monster, Career Builder, Total, Read, all those sorts of people doing all their content and regional PR. And regional for them meant UK as opposed to worldwide. But what I saw at that particular time was that those recruitment agencies, search firms, and certain job board providers who kind of like went quiet during the tough times really struggled to regain their position when times started to turn good. And the message that we were trying to put out when this all started in March and April of 2020 was, look, you can go into a bit of an isolation mode if you want, but you're really going to struggle because a lot of your competitors won't. They will keep front of mind, they will keep present, they will keep putting content out there, and they will keep demonstrating that they value the relationship that they have with their clients and the candidates by giving them help when they need that help even more, and not waiting for the proverbial storm to pass and then resume and say, hey, we're here again, we're back to business again, can we have your money please? So it's all about the strength of the relationships and keeping that going when times are tough.
I don't know if you saw it, but I did an interview with Bill and Simon, the founders of S3, and I touched upon the genius that Bill arranged a deal in the deepest, darkest moment of recession, where at best could be called Brentford. We were mid-table in the third division, and we basically managed to buy our way through that recession to come out as Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, because Bill put a commitment to buy so many pages in all the mainstream media at a price that when we came out of it, we kept updating our price. Cost of living increases. It was unbelievable. So we could buy about 30 pages for the price of somebody buying 2. So there's some smart moves to be made in this space right now.
But you get greater market share as well. And this is what we're seeing with clients who we've been working with, but also as observers of what's happening with other recruitment agencies. And you're seeing those who were not the biggest player in their space by any stretch of the imagination, but they kept going, they kept talking, they kept investing in their brand, in their marketing, they kept engaging with their prospective clients and lapsed clients and candidates as well. And in doing so, what they've seen is that other agencies have struggled or are beginning to struggle, and they're grabbing a bit more slice of the cake, which is brilliant. And that will only continue. It really will continue.
For people who don't know you and your range of services, this is my opportunity to showcase you guys. Do you want to tell people who've been living under a rock what it is that you guys do?
So we started in January 2014, and we launched the business as the first dedicated PR and content marketing agency serving the recruitment industry. And we've just essentially been growing that space ever since. Since then, we've worked with over 100 recruitment companies and executive search firms and an abundance of job boards as well. And we do pretty much everything, really. If you want to be famous and get in the trade press, get in the national press, get in the local press, whatever, we can help you to do that by identifying what it is about you that's a little bit different and then selling you into those sorts of media. But then you've got the day-to-day stuff, and that's making sure there's great content going out on social media, which is building your digital profile, or great content going onto your website, which is really showcasing that you guys know your backsides from your elbows when it comes to your particular subject matter. And all of this helps to, it builds the brand, it builds the profile, but it positions you as true experts of what you do, people who other people will want to do business with and work with as well. And it enhances the trust factor as well. So it just helps in terms of building that perception of your agency as someone that people want to engage with, whether it's a client or a candidate. So we've been doing that for quite a long time now, to say the least. But it's a brilliant sector to be working in. It really is. It's always challenging. There's always something happening. And, the recruitment sector is probably the greatest barometer of how well the economy is performing. And recruitment is starting to perform really, really well. So that's indicative of what is happening right now, but also what's to come. So it's a good time to be in the sector.
Is there something that you can share with the world about what it is you're doing that's different at the moment?
Yeah, so traditionally for almost 7 years, we'd always done business on a retained basis. So you would sign up for 6, 12, 24 months, whatever. Then, of course, when COVID came in, well, the business world changed. Our thinking had to change in alignment with everybody else's thinking. So we were looking at this and thinking, well, hang on, we're experts at what we do. People need what we do, but they don't necessarily have the budgets or the requirements to sign up for a long-term deal. So we decided that actually, well, what we can do is why don't we create a new product offering? We went under the banner of Recruitment Content Now, and we created a dedicated website for it, which is just recruitmentcontentnow.com. And the idea of that is it's essentially giving a really cost-effective content solution for recruitment and executive search firms. So it's making sure there is a good steady flow of sound, thought leadership, industry insights kind of article content going out in the recruitment agency's name each week. And it's making sure their social media feeds are being used. And I still find it quite baffling. A lot of agencies aren't utilizing LinkedIn for building the brand, for building their profile. They're using it to try and find candidates and clients instead of thinking you've got to build momentum at the same time. And similarly with Twitter as well. Twitter has seen a massive about turn since the beginning of COVID. It is, in my view, more effective than LinkedIn for finding new business leads, new opportunities, and for building your brand and just getting the target market who you want to engage with fully aware of who you are and what you're all about. So the Recruitment Content Now offering has been able to, it's been fantastic. For us as a business, it was amazing because it attracted a whole new crop of recruitment agencies who we were never on their radar before, because they looked at us and thought, you're a big PR and content marketing agency, you will charge X thousands of pounds per month. But actually, we've got offerings which are only like 300 or 400 quid a month, but you get a bank of articles every single month. So you get an awful lot more bang for your buck than what you might have done ordinarily. And you can buy this stuff on a one-off basis. So get 4 articles if you want. You get 1 article if you want. You don't have to sign up for 6 or 12 months because the world has evolved and people want things. Can we just get something on a bespoke basis when we need it, pick it up when we need it, drop it off when we don't need it anymore? So it's nice and simple.
Thank you very much for changing up your offering to match the marketplace. It's such a low cost of entry now. People generally haven't got any excuse for not having a professional partner on their shoulder. A little marketing Jiminy Cricket, we call you. Sir, thank you very much, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you. All the best, Gary. Thank you to everybody.